I'm Dave Dinkle, and thanks for joining me on how to skyrocket your real estate investing career by using transactional funding. Following is a series of videos showing actual recent deals that use transactional funding for the A to B side of the A to B and B to C sides of the transactions. I get calls daily from new and seasoned investors who want to use our transactional funding to complete their real estate closings. This is because they don't have any money to purchase the property from the seller, so it can be resold or flipped to an end buyer. Many of these callers confuse transactional funding with hard money loans. The difference is the amount of time the monies are needed to complete both sides of the transactions, the A to B and the B to C. Transactional funding in the truest sense is money that is used for only a few hours to close the first leg of a double closing, the A to B. The letter designation A stands for the seller and current owner of the property. The B stands for the investor in the transaction. In the final stage of these closings, the B to C, the investor B sells the same property to an end buyer C, and the transaction is complete. If the double closing isn't completed the same day, the investor is now borrowing hard money with all its ramifications. The biggest immediate difference from transactional funding and hard money is the cost to use the money. Transactional funding rates vary from 0.5% to 2%, while hard money will usually carry points. A point is equal to 1% plus an interest rate. As an example, the transactional cost for $100,000 can range from a half a point or $500 to $2,000 or 2 points. The hard money for the same $100,000 loan can be from 2 points or $2,000 initially and 10% or $833 a month to 5 points or $5,000 and 18% or $1,500 a month. When does transactional funding become hard money? This is up to the person supplying the money, but generally if the B to C closing isn't completed the same day or the following day, the money now becomes a hard money loan with much stricter loan requirements, such as a mortgage on the property for the amount of the loan. The document prep and closing cost for a mortgage can add another 1 or 2 points to the hard money loan's cost. In the following series of videos, you'll see actual examples of recent investors' double closings. Unless otherwise noted, all of these transactions are actually mentoring students of ours. We will examine each of the HUD-1 closing statements in detail to see where the transactional funding comes into play, the amount of the profits possible, and even some special tips on how each deal was put under contract. I wish you limitless success in your investing, and thanks for joining us.